Hey, y'all, welcome to another fantastic episode of the Dickie and Donny Show presented by Business on Purpose. We are here to liberate business owners from chaos.
That's
So they
right.
can make time for what matters most. I'm here with my co-host, Brandon Donny, and I'm your co-host, Dickie. No idea how I got that name, but alas, we're here. And today, you may get frustrated in the technological world. I know technology is created to make it easier for us
Man,
and life should be easier. But what happens in my life is that you get a new cell phone, you get new technology. It's like a throw pillow. You just want to throw it across the room, say, I'm tired of technology.
are
But we're here to liberate you from the
are
tyranny
you
of
allowed to touch
technology.
the throw pillows at your house?
Oh yeah, I am the
It
throw pillow king at
feels
our house.
like you like them. Like you're like, no, throw pillow there, throw pillow there. That's you.
I bought specialty Christmas pillows for our couch because I wanted Christmas pillows and regular pillows. That's the kind of man I am.
Okay. I feel it's almost I accustom it to growing up going into mom and dad's bedroom, which just
Mm,
felt illegal. Like
hmm
my ability to move or scooch over a throw pillow, I feel like I almost look over my shoulder, like who's watching? Because these can't move, especially it's a chair.
Yeah.
I'm a plus size human, not hiding from that. And we have chairs made for normal size humans, and I can fit. But when there's a throw pillow involved, it's not comfortable.
Get out of here.
And I
Get out of here.
remove the throw pillow. God forbid I put it on the dirty floor. I learned that, so I sit it on the couch, but then that's the wrong pillow on the wrong couch. It's almost worth standing to watch something.
You know
Um,
what? I'm not here to brag, but we do have an exceptionally large couch in our sunroom. Like it's one chase,
Interesting.
middle, it's very large couch. There's nowhere to sit on it because there's too many there's like five
Like
blankets that
I'm
my kids
okay.
use. So I don't
Okay.
I don't get it. I'm like, I can't sit on the couch.
Here's a question that I think our listeners have been wondering since day one. I know I haven't. I just haven't been
They
man
really
enough to
have.
ask it.
Yeah.
Are you a furniture by practicality or a furniture by look kind of guy? For instance,
I'm
let's
probably a
set the
good
table and
mix.
the
Probably a
chair
good
up
mix.
here because it looks better in the room. You're a mixture. What is that line? Like, at what point is it less about the look and more about practicality? Like, is there a
I mean, if I've got a chair, I don't care what it looks like. That's my chair. So in college, I had these two recliners. They were lazy boys from my grandparents. They had donated to our college fund. I had buddies that slept in them for 24
uh-huh,
hours straight,
I
and
believe.
they were just incredible recliners.
Okay,
They looked like
so
hell. They looked terrible.
so when I say, and I guess that hits it, I'm more thinking of the arrangement of the room more so than the actual item. Although I could get into a whole thing there of like you got cats and you put that thick plastic around your couch to protect it from the cat, but now you can't
I'm,
sit on it because it's
I'm a
uncomfortable. Like,
functional guy. I like the feng shui. I
okay,
like houses to flow. I like to be able to walk
sure.
into houses, but I
Here
also like
is
comfortable furniture.
because I do like comfortable furniture. When I think of practicality, this is kind of what I'm hitting at is, and I know people where you walk into their house and it looks phenomenal, and you
Yes.
sit down in clearly the best chair. And that would be the chair that you're like, all right, I'm hunkering down to watch this, right?
We're gonna
And
watch the game here.
there is no table or anything next
Oh,
to it. So you're like, okay, what if I have a drink in my hand? Where am I going to put it?
I,
Or
I
like,
appreciate that.
I know when we've rearranged our house, it like looks really good and sit down in a chair and you're like, the table's kind of because of the shape of it is kind of back. And you're like, I have to like, I can't. That to me is I want it to be easy for me to exist in to where like my needs are met. I don't need an outlet right next to the chair every time. I'm not saying that. It's mainly, and now that I think about it, I need a place to put something. Like I need a table next to me no matter where I'm sitting. There are spots
Sounds
on
like
our
this is a
couch I won't
question.
sit.
This is a question for swine design. I mean, if you're,
Oh. Are we gonna do this? You want me to FaceTime her right now and ask? You want to just try this?
yeah, I mean, sure.
I don't know what this is gonna happen. Can you hear the phone? Let's see. I don't know. I might have to change my microphone real quick. Well, she's gonna be having an awful day. Answer crying. And be like,
If
what?
it doesn't work, we can always edit it out via
Here, I'm
Devin.
call Ashley Hayes.
This is very critical information, Ashley.
Can you hear that ring?
No.
Hello.
Hey, I have a random question for you.
Yes.
When you are designing a space, do you go more for practicality for the resident of the home, or do you like base your decisions on entirely the look and not the practicality.
We talk about function over form 700 times a meeting.
Function over. So, the dad has his good old chair. Like
Lazy boy.
you, lazy boy, you would make sure that he has the space.
Boy, tell the truth.
I will re-ask the question. If like having a table close by for him to be able to put something like that practicality means something as you plan your designs.
Does, yeah.
Okay. That is what I needed to know. Thank you.
Are you snowed in right now?
No, I'm on the Dickie and Donny podcast, and we are
you
talking
drunk right now?
We are talking about function over form, and I get so frustrated when form takes precedence because then I have to exist. Okay.
Reasonable. Like that also comes into play.
Okay, yeah. So it's all got to look nice, but the function means everything to. I don't care what it looks like on my end. I just need it to be functional. So, okay.
Oh, yeah. Function's important.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
See ya. That worked. That worked well, man.
Yeah, that was really great. So we're talking about technology today, to divert.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ashley Hayes. Shout out to Swine Design, Allentown, Pennsylvania.
That's right. The Lehigh Valley,
what a
baby.
place. I gotta love the Allentown. My father-in-law is from Allentown. Anyways,
I do.
I digress.
Talking
about
technology.
AI, we do a lot of work with technology, and let me frame this for you in a business sense. I was talking with a client today in Cle Elum, Washington. And he's an electrician. Cle Elum. Very.
Did you hear Cle Elum's grandma's bringing snacks for the games today?
Cle Elum's like high society, man. It's like
Cle Elum is a name.
Beautiful. So I was talking to him, and he said, "Oh, I've worked with business coaches before, and they've mostly been values, strategy, goals." And I was like, "That's great." He said, "What I love about what you've shown us and what directed us, because he's part of a leadership team, is building processes and understanding how a business has a function. So we have to define the function of the business to stand alone. Goals are great. We do that as well." So I think when we look at master process and a roadmap for your business, if we don't have that written down, I can't delegate, I can't automate, I can't make your business more efficient if I don't know what your business does. And so I think before we get into even like automation, delegation, task management, like creating the business and from an AI sense, we have to remember there's got to be a blueprint. There's got to be a framework to start from.
Man, you say that. I looked up this quote this morning from Jim Rohn, and he said, when the why gets clear, the how becomes simpler. Like as we clarify our why, it's like the X's and O's almost figure himself out if your why is super, super clear, which I think is what you're hinting at there of that form. But yeah, I think you're spot on. I've had people ask me specifically with AI, hey, could you help me do this? And we'll spend an hour building out this, and this is awesome. And then they're like, but how am I going to use this? And you're like, I thought you asked for this. Well, we don't really have anything set up to support this yet, but this is really cool. And you're like, what are we doing? Like, we're never going to get here.
Totally.
So we have to, you have to almost have the direction. Well, you definitely have to have the direction prior. But one of the things we wanted to talk about today on the podcast, because I don't know about you, Dickie, I'm getting this all the time, is, hey, not only the question of how do we engage with AI, but a lot of people are starting to turn almost to like, hey, what do we need to be doing? Like, we trust it. We trust that we need to do it. We know we need it. What do I use it for? Like content creation? Do I use it for automation? Like in what ways? Because AI can really do a lot of different things. It's got different AIs have different skill sets. So we do a bunch of different things at BOP, and we actually have something in our handbook, which we'll talk through, I'm sure, of kind of how we are to engage with AI and what we're not to do as a coach for our clients. And there's a lot of different things, but we thought it'd be worth bringing that up of just, hey, how do we engage with AI? AI for dummies, and not just like, well, if I ask it how much this cost and this cost, will it add it together? Yeah, it's really smart. It could be your calculator, you can do all those, but can we actually have it help us do things rather than just rote answering questions?
Right. And defining the function first off. I think I shared this with you, but the three horizons of technology, the first horizon of AI technology is going to be productivity. use it for email, use it for clarifying things. You're synthesizing a lot of information at one time. So that's kind of the first horizon. Most people are in that right now. The second horizon is disruption. No, I'm
What
sorry,
was the first one?
First one's productivity.
Okay.
The second one is differentiation. And so, say you're a roofer and you use AI to do a takeoff or you do an estimate, you're using some sort of tool, you're differentiating yourself from another roofer and setting yourself apart. You can do more estimates, you can be more efficient, you can be more accurate. It's just a better way to do it. The third horizon, which is coming, we're not there yet, is when you can no longer be a roofer unless you are doing it this way, because it's impossible to keep up with the speed and efficiency of
The differentiation
technology.
has gotten so
That's the disruption.
extreme. Yeah.
Yes. And so we're really in the productivity horizon. We're
Uh-huh.
moving into differentiation, horizon two. Horizon three of disruption is on the way, probably 3 years, 2 years,
Hmm.
1 year, 5 years, somewhere in there. I mean, it's really going to start becoming more ubiquitous.
Sure. It's a good word.
That was a good word. I like that one.
If your 11-year-old son asks what that means, what would you tell him?
Ubiquitous everywhere. It's just everybody does it. Everybody knows it. There's no place it isn't. It just infuses into everything.
I like infusions. Have you ever drank a
Marinates.
transfusion?
I have had many transfusions. They're not my favorite, but I
I
do
don't
think they are
disagree.
tasty.
The grape flavor, like peanut butter and jelly's gotta be strawberry to me. I ate too much grape growing up, so like the transfusion with the grape juice is too not my thing.
My go-to golf course drink in the summer is a Greyhound.
I've never heard of a Greyhound.
It is it's basically just vodka and grapefruit juice.
Oh, nice.
And it is delicious. I
It's
mean, just think
refreshing.
about it's just very refreshing. You bet big old thing of grapefruit juice, and it's just delightful.
I went golfing with one guy one time and I knew he had the proficiency for alcohol. And he was just carrying around this Powerade. And I was like, "You drinking Powerade?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "That's all you'd got in there?" And he was like, "No." And he
Oh
pulled
no.
out, he had twice as much vodka as there was Powerade. And that was the whole drink. And he's like, "You should try it. It's refreshing." And I was like, "It's something different than
Oh,
refreshing."
thanks.
That's a
My
problem.
cousins used
But
to do that.
man,
They're
he
from Pennsylvania as
whooped
well.
me. There you go. So we got this whole Pennsylvania. You know who else is from Pennsylvania?
I
If I
don't.
believe correctly, Kurt Signetti, head coach of the Indiana Hoosiers. Hoosiers, I think, is from Pennsylvania. So no, or maybe West Virginia. Hard because his dad was a coach and he moved around.
Mm.
With AI, right? We have all these different phases. I actually really like those three phases. I see the business owners right now are in the production phase. I think is what you call that first phase.
Productivity or production.
Productivity.
That's a good,
So
sure.
I like, and I think that because they're starting to see what it can do. And I think I probably have a couple now that I have not helped them get there. They've just gotten to the point of differentiation because they were in the productivity phase to such a high extent that they saw an opportunity to now differentiate, right? It wasn't like, okay, now I'm going to pivot and start. It's like, no, I was playing with something so much that I found a way. Like I have a guy, he's engaged with AI probably more when you think of a quantity. Some of it's been quality, but just the vast amount of engagement where it's become his brain. And when I say that, he literally tells it everything he's doing and why he's doing it. Like he talks into it. He just does the like little voice recorder and he talks and he does it at the end of every single workday. This is what I did today. For the first 30 minutes, I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this. I was with him last week and I said, "Hey, insert person, what does an ideal week look like for you?" We were about to install ideal weekly schedule. He said, "Hold on, insert. Hey, chat, what is an ideal weekly schedule of me broken down by 30 minutes through Monday and Friday?" And it literally threw up based on your last 4 weeks data. And it literally created it based on what he does. That's how much he like tells it what
Wow.
he's
Cool.
doing. But he also has included like he's an electrician. He included every single part of his job and what he's doing and his product list and all of that. So now he will go and he'll say, "I need an estimate for a job and here are the specs." And he'll throw it in there. And within 2 minutes, it gives him a full estimate that he sends to his bookkeeper to invoice. It takes him 2 minutes. And all he does is make sure that it's generally the price he thought it was going to be. He doesn't even fine tune it. And you're like, you start to get into the differentiation only because I asked him, what is this job? He goes, well, this is $500 cheaper than what I would have done it for. And I was like, so are you going to send it? He goes, it took me 2 minutes instead of 2 hours. Yes. And I'll send five more by the time I was going to do the next
Wow.
one. And he's like, so
So the
yeah.
efficiency makes up for it.
And some of them, he goes, this one, he's like, literally, this one was $3,500 more on a $9,000 job. It was 12.5. He had it at 9. Chat put it in at 12.5 and he sent it. It got accepted like that. And he's like, so I think it's going to break even. My time is worth everything to me right now. And he's like, I'm just utilizing chat to its fullest extent in
Good
this
for him.
way. And it's simply through the productivity phase of he's just like, okay,
Yeah.
let's see what it can and can't do. And then allow it to
If you're
differentiate.
doing estimates, if you're doing any sort of proposals and there's multiple
Line
factors,
items.
that could be
Yeah.
materials, that could be labor. If you haven't used a custom GPT to import all your PDFs and your price sheets and your manuals, say you're a cabinet maker or you're a cabinet supplier, and you haven't uploaded every single base cabinet, wall cabinet, 30 inch, 36 inch, this cost, this price, this thing, you can upload almost all of your documents, give it specifications on how you want it exported, and create estimates in a god awful short amount of time that would just shock you. So
It's
if you
ridiculous.
want help doing that, you can email me, Shawn, SHAWN, at businessonpurpose.com, because I want someone to test this. I've got a couple of clients that have done similar things, but
Yeah.
creating that custom GPT is amazing.
Yeah, this guy uses it because what he does is he actually creates a custom GPT for each job, which is unfortunate because when, there's all these AI tools. Chat
Yeah.
GPT is probably, I don't want to compare it to Nike because I prefer Nike's product over everything. But like it's the biggest, it's the
The
one we
original.
hear about, the original. Yeah, that is chat. And the folders can't read each other. So when he starts 123 Main Street and he dumps everything in there, when he starts 456 Maple Street, they don't read each other. So he's like figuring out a way to without it all just being in one. But what he's able to do on one job is he's got the whole takeoff written there. And then it's like, hey, I'm a licensed electrician. I have a second licensed electrician. I have two helpers with this much experience. What is a day by day breakdown of what this job should look like? He sends that to the client in advance. This is what you should be expecting every day. He has chat create all that. And then he
Oh my
follows
gosh.
up and he sends it in the morning. This is the expected work for the day. And then at the end of the day, he just asks his guys, did we get that done? No, we were this, or we did more this. And he does it on speakerphone, has chat record it, and it auto populates the follow up to the client. And he's like, it takes me maybe 30 minutes a day to do all my client communication, and it's way more clean and updated than I've ever
I'm
had
just
it.
impressed at his level of detail in following up with clients and confirming, and we're going to do this, we did this, or we didn't do it. Like, what a great standard to say,
It's become so easy to do.
yeah, yeah. And the other thing I like that AI allows you to do is, some people might go to chat and say, "Hey, how do I sell more? How do I make more money?" And it's going to give you some generic
Right.
milk toast answer of how it,
Raise your prices, drop expenses, make
yeah.
more sales.
But if
Yeah.
you say, "How do I target?" This is my job. I'm the owner of this company in this city, and I want to target these clients. These are the 10 filters I need for the type of clients I work best with. Where would I find them? How would I connect with them? How would I develop relationships? That's going to give you a more robust answer because you're putting in more attention and filters to it. And so we say at BOP,
Yeah.
bring your own content or bring your own, what is the other way?
Creativity.
Creativity. Bring your own stuff
BYOC.
to it. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's just going to throw up on you.
That's the difference between, and actually, right after I say this, I'm really excited to start a new segment after this with you. We're going to do it in person because we're appropriately unprepared.
Oh,
But
sure.
that's the difference. We write emails to our clients every Monday, some like little motivation, little new content, just, hey, if you need us, we're here, got some details in it. That's the difference between me going to ChatGPT and say, hey, I'm a business coach and I want a Monday email for my clients. Who knows where it's going to go? Hey, I'm a business coach and I write Monday, and we have this all into our custom GPT, but I'm writing a Monday update. I want to encourage them to finish the week strong. It's the first week of February. I want to remind them to go back and check January and make sure it hit everything we need. Can you write an email that does all that? And that's bringing your creativity, the quality of that email compared to, hey, write me an email for my
Totally.
clients. Like it's going to be, who knows what it's going to be. That bringing your own creativity is absolutely critical to using it. We even have that in our handbook is we are not, it's supposed to go to AI and engage with it and have it create creativity for us. Hey, I'm really struggling with a client. What's something I should do? No, hey, I got a client that's walking through this, and this, and these are some thoughts that I had. How would you recommend me structure that? And it
Love it.
like the difference is crucial. So I've had some people tell me that they think the highest fractional work that will be available in a couple of years from now is not necessarily the fractional CFOs. It's not your fractional COOs. It's actually going to be like a fractional prompter where,
Mm.
hey, if you hire me on a fractional basis and you tell me what you want, I can prompt AI to get you exactly what you want quicker than you could do it because I know how to prompt it. And they like, that's what they're convinced of. No, this fractional prompting is actually going to be a huge workforce
Wow.
where you don't even need to learn how to prompt in-house. You just tell, it's crazy.
Crazy. Right now they are creating more AI tools every week. I mean, it's every day that
Daily.
I'm
Yeah.
hearing about something and watching something. I don't know if you followed the Claude bot, CLAWD Claude bot that now renamed to Moltbot. Have you seen this?
I know of Claude,
So
Claude.
Claude got Anthropic got a little upset because Claude CLAWD bot was a kind of too close, so they renamed it Moltbot. But it's a sweeping the internet last week because it's a an instance you create on a Mac Mini or on a server, and instead of you prompting it, it reads your email, it reads your calendar, it like does stuff for you and prompts you. Hey, by the way, this is coming up. Hey, look at this. So instead of you being an input into it, it's responding to all of the stuff. Hey, you haven't responded to this email in a couple days. This looks important. Yada yada
Sheesh.
yada. It is cool and crazy. There's some super challenging
Yeah.
um, security vulnerabilities right now
Yes.
that have prohibited me from moving forward with it.
I believe
But
it.
I was working on it one night last week. I forget. I guess this is what I do for fun in my nights when I'm watching
It's
TV. I'm
become
like,
what I do. Yeah.
yeah. So I haven't gotten further on it, but it's looks pretty unique.
And now for the do's and don'ts of AI. So what's one of the do's of AI as a business owner?
I would say do trial, make an attempt, figure it out, be curious, get into it. You don't have to commit to doing anything with it, but try something new out that you might not have tried. Not super risky, like you're banking your whole company on it, but do something that's unique and say, "Hey, I wonder if this could do this," and just try it on your own.
Experiment. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. One of my do's would be we've already mentioned it, but bring your own creativity. Like put an input into it. Don't expect it to create without your input. Like that has been a game changer. When I 3 years ago when chat first came out, I was just asking it questions like it was Cha Cha. Do you remember Cha Cha? When you could text 242 Cha Cha, any question and it would answer for like 10 cents.
I do not remember Cha Cha.
Oh, Cha Cha was great. My mom actually worked. You could like be one of the people on the internet asking the question and it would give it to you. It was like before we all
Was
had
Cha
access to
Cha
Google.
before or after Ask Jeeves?
Right before, I believe. Okay, what's
Remember
another
Ask
do of
Jeeves?
AI? I do remember Ask Jeeves.
Another do of AI, do multiple trials on different services. So, prompt the same service or the same question to multiple places and see how it responds.
That's really good. I think one of my do's would be to engage with the like custom GPTs because when you tell something only use this as your knowledge base, like we were talking about electricians, if you have any sort of bidding or estimating, custom homes is a little harder. But if you have a high volume anything production, whether it's cabinets, flooring, countertops, like any of those kind of subcontracts within the construction space, play around with some custom GPTs because you'll be shocked by what they can do for you so fast. So fast. That would be one of
I
my
mean,
do's.
you could upload all your selections, all your
Everything.
blueprints, everything into one file and just say, how many square footage of LVP is in the downstairs of this house? And it'll say 920 square feet. Give me the 10, 15% overage, yada, 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 boom, boom, boom. There's your estimate. I mean,
Yeah.
just the capacity of what you can do with it is just really killer.
It is. You even think, was it Formus AI that we brought on, we interviewed back in the
Sure.
first season? And I think
80,
to
the
their extent,
AI.
say
Yeah.
yes. And theirs was primarily in the pre-construction, but you think of the ability for a custom builder, which we work with a ton of those, to go into a house and say, hey, I'm at 123 Maple Street. I'm in the upstairs guest bathroom. what wallpaper is this one? It's wallpaper number 428 delivered at this date at this time. It's currently sitting at the property. And you're like, whew, because it just, when data comes in, it goes straight into there. So it knows the entirety of that one project. I have
Mm,
some builders playing around with that right now. What if we just throw everything into it and then I'm on the job, and could I not get an iPad located at every job where my crew can just go ask, hey, what does this look like? Or you even teach your subcontractors,
sure.
hey, just come over, press the button, ask it a question, it'll respond. It can do that for you. So
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely challenges of did it give you the right information? So like I
you've got to
haven't
have it
waded through
fine
that,
tuned.
but yeah.
Yeah.
But sure, I mean, you got to think about you can connect all your agents, all your calendars. There's all the apps for all your CRMs that get pulled in. So if you have a CRM that you've updated data with, you can literally ask it, hey, tell me the last time a client left for this reason. Tell
Hmm.
me what does it seem to be our biggest challenges are with communication with this type of client? I mean, there's just so much you can find in an
Yeah.
analytic sense.
I mean, even with us, we have, we use the Business on Purpose uses the Google suite, the Google platform, and Google has its AI called Gemini. And not
Mhm.
only does Gemini function like a chat where you can ask it what's 7 plus 12, Gemini also is linked on every document. So, I'm working on a spreadsheet with a client and I can ask Gemini any question about that. But then Gemini also goes as far, and I think Copilot does this for the Microsoft suite, is Gemini can like look at my whole workspace and I can say, hey, what was Dickie and Donny Shed's most recent profit update? Or, hey, how much has profit grown in the level two dashboard of this client? I don't even have to be in front of that client. It can sweep within a good enough prompt, it'll sweep my whole folder. Hey, how many lunch and learn slide decks have I created since 2023? Seven. Okay, I've done seven
Awesome.
lunch and learn. You kind of got to know what you're looking for. But the ability for it to just scan and sweep what you've given it is massive. And that's just really reading data. I know Claude, Claude, now has three kind of workspaces. One of them is co-work. Yeah, there's chat, which is your standard. It can create things with you. Co-work is where you give it access to a folder. Like I got on co-work and I said, can you organize? I probably had 50 different things pulled up on my desktop of my, like the Mac where you have all these things. Just because I need something quick, I put it on there. And I said, can you organize my desktop? And in 1 minute, it literally had all these folders created and organized. And it told me a breakdown of what
What?
was in what folder. And it said, your computer's going to ask for if I can have access to your desktop. I clicked yes. And it said generating 30 seconds to a minute later. It was like, boom, it's updated. And now there's nothing on my desktop other than folders and all the
Cool.
images and all the things, all the screen. I didn't know how many screenshots of master process roadmaps I have. About 25. They were just sitting on my desktop and they're all in a folder. And it did all that for me. So co-work like it even allows you to
Yeah.
engage directly, not just, hey, let me use your folder. Do you want me to organize the stuff in your folder? Like you think of
Cool.
all the restructuring we did for BOP with our new client folders. To be able to
Mhm.
go into someone's folder and say, hey, can you structure this into these four things? Put anything related to profit in a profit folder, anything related, and you don't even have to go do it. It just does it for you. I mean, it's cool. Like it
I
just,
thought you just used I just thought you used Gemini to make those funny memes of our team and like hilarious things during team
I
meetings.
am known to also utilize Gemini to create some fun, quippy little images.
Did you
So
create the carb man or did Chad create the carb man?
I was prompted by Chad to do it.
You were prompted by
Hey,
Dad,
have someone
Dad Sakata.
create Carb Man. And I said, okay.
Great.
So yes, it doesn't,
What are the
it's that.
don'ts? What are the don'ts of AI? What would you say? Give me
Uh,
one don't of AI.
Here's one don't of AI. Ooh, there's so many. There's so
Mhm.
many. Don't blindly trust it.
Okay.
Do your trial runs. At some
Sure.
point, you can get like my guy who uses it for estimates. He just gauges it. He trusts it. But he's worked the process for hours fine tuning it, but he didn't
Mhm.
trust it at the beginning. I think he did a really good job of it. So don't just
Trust but
blindly,
verify.
yeah, verify first. Yeah.
Verify then trust. Okay, good.
What's a don't for you?
I'd say don't use it without a framework. So
Yeah, that's
if
good.
you've got a 6-step sales system, define the step and then use it to automate or work on that one step. So instead of
Yeah.
having just this blanket thing, like define your work ahead of time, don't use it unless you're going to it with a framework and idea, similar to what you said.
Yeah, that's good. I think a don't for me would be don't stop at the first artifact it gives you. when you prompt it, it'll give you something every time, even if it's not what you're looking for. Like, don't settle for that. I feel like so many things have been created off the first run from AI. And it's like,
Mm.
no, ask it, say, okay, this looks great, but I want it to do this as well. Or can you clean this up? Like, continue to sharpen it. What
Are
I've
you familiar
found,
with the strawberry conspiracy?
I love conspiracies. And no, I'm
So
not.
there's a guy that prompts chat and asks how many R's are in the word strawberry, and he goes through forever. And I think it's real. And it's like, that's right. There are two R's in the word strawberry. And he's like, no, there's not. There's three R's in the word strawberry. And he runs through it. And then she eventually is like, well, if you believe there are three R's, and he's like, no, but it's actually, you should believe. Anyways, I'll send you that if I can find it. It's pretty funny.
There are three R's in strawberry.
That's right. But chat seemed to think there was two.
Oh, he was right. He wasn't trying to convince chat
Yes.
that chat was right,
Chat
wrong.
kept saying there was two, and he'd be like, okay, spell strawberry for me.
And it would spell it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So
Um,
to your point of like, let's make sure this is giving us good information.
Right. And a lot of the times it does. Now, if you're using, I will say this as well, don't use it to create any image or flyer without triple checking it because it will misspell things more often than it won't. For instance, if you say, hey, here's the title of my master class, and I want it to have two business professionals having a conversation in a coffee shop, and I want it to be called Coffee with Charlie, whatever, right? You get what I'm saying. But if you ask it to have things in it, it misspells things quite often. So,
Mm.
like, that's one of the don'ts. Now, they don't all do that, but just don't blindly trust. Goes back to that. Like, make sure that it is what you're looking for. Yeah. What about you? You got one more don't for us?
Nope, that's it. That's all I have for you.
Okay.
I would say don't stop being curious. I mean, the tools are created for digging,
Don't stop.
investing, yeah, getting into like learning and figuring it out. And I'm a learner, so when I'm working on it, I'm not always committed to an outcome. I'm just committed to working on something and figuring it out. So you're just kind
Yeah.
of digging, almost like an investigative journalist, like a
Mm,
good Aaron Brockovich.
interesting. I don't know who that is, but I trust you.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever watched movies?
Okay, coming from the guy who's never watched Remember the Titans.
I've watched that so many times. This is another story. So I found out this weekend, dear listeners, that Donnie has not seen the movie Rounders. So let me tell you the movies we've watched in the last weekend: Gladiator,
I've seen it.
Rounders,
Never heard of it.
Molly's Game.
Never heard of it.
It's about the underground poker ring, and Aaron Brockovich. All these classic
Never heard
movies
of it.
that my middle school and high schoolers are watching with us. We're having a blast. And Donnie has never heard of any of those movies. I'm like, oh my
I
gosh.
have watched The Gladiator one time, so thank you very much. I feel like there should be a little more grace extended to a man with pretty intense sleep apnea who struggles to stay awake. Movies are background noise to
Mhm.
me checking my eyelids for holes. That is,
There's no animosity or judgment from me.
sure feels like it.
I'm just kind of shocked. I'm like, man, do you like
What did
poker?
you say there's no animosity? Let me go back real quick. There was a text thread, and I believe your response to me in that text thread seemed like
It
there
was
was
what?
animosity.
I said the word what? WHAT. And then
You, I don't think you remember that correctly.
I think that's what I said. I said what to reply to your message. So go ahead and find that.
Okay, go through the mama jokes here. We'll get back up to the top. It was name that movie. Wow, it's way up there because we had some Gladiator first time kids. God, that's
What?
I don't see what. I think you made that up.
I don't think so.
How far back was it?
I don't know. Should I screenshot this and send it to you? Look, never heard of it. What?
Never
At
heard of it.
9:33 a.m.
That
on
what felt full
yesterday.
of animosity. That what when I read it here in my house, it felt like there was some judgment because that's not there was no punctuation. What
What?
does that mean? In my mind, that's like a what unfriend what
Why would I care how
block
many movies you watch? I just am shocked. I'm excited for you that you get
because
to
you're a
watch
human
great
and people
flicks.
care about that stuff. I thought you'd care about
About
something in your life.
movies.
Yeah, and you don't clearly because I didn't watch one. You had no emotional response.
I'm excited for you to watch these movies.
Thank you. Thank you. I
Rounders is
appreciate it.
excellent. Molly's Game, the book was better. I like the
Is
book.
Rounders about base running?
Rounders is about two poker players. One is good, one is not, and their escapades to get out of debt.
So it's the poker version of 21.
Kind of, but 21 was more like, let's make some money. This Rounders is more about like, this guy gets a really bad beat in poker in the beginning of the movie, and that kind of fuels his desire to make right. He loses. I won't go into the details, but he takes a bad beat to KGB, who's the guy that runs the poker room. And yeah, if you like poker, it's a killer movie.
I want to watch it. You've sold me. That is interesting. That is not me just saying that. That is interesting enough for me to want to watch.
Yeah, it's the character development's great. It's Matt Damon. It's Edward Norton.
Don't know who Edward
Who
Norton
else
is.
is?
Let me
Please
look him
tell
up.
me please tell me you did not just say that. Did you
Edward
just say
Norton.
I don't know who Edward
Oh,
Norton?
I recognize his face. I couldn't tell you.
Edward
How
Norton is
else.
like one of the like most legendary actors of like the last 20 or 30 years.
I didn't know what his name was.
Am I a nerd? Am I a movie nerd?
I
I didn't
think it's
even know.
the I
I don't
think
even
it's
know
the
any of these
opposite. What
people.
does he play in? What single movie has he been in other than Rounders?
Everything. Read his list of movies.
See, I've known for
Read.
Fight Club, never seen it. American History X, never seen it. Primal
You've
Fear,
never
never seen
seen
it.
Fight Club?
Birdman, never seen it.
You've never seen American History X?
The Invite, never seen it. The American Revolution, never seen it. The Tiger, never seen it. Sausage Party, never seen it. Lewis, let me go down and find a movie I have
I've
seen
never
from
seen
him.
any of those either, but Fight
Uh,
Club and American History X are classics.
Glass Onion, I saw that one. That
That's
was
a newer
good.
one. Yeah.
That was a spinoff of the Knives book.
Yes.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm going through Saturday Night Live. I've seen that.
Primal
Uh,
Fear.
Never heard of it.
It's a
The
classic
Bourne Legacy, obviously, you've
90s
seen that.
movie.
Modern
Um,
Family, you've seen that.
Trying to think what else would be. He was in
Yeah,
The
I
Score
mean,
with De Niro.
never
It's
heard of
more
that.
it's more like American History X and Fight Club he was really
I
known
mean, I'm
for.
telling you, I haven't seen Rounders, Fight Club, American History X, People versus Larry Flint, Everyone Says I Love You, Primal Fear, Only in America. I'm telling you, I have seen in all of his work, and I'm going to take out the TV shows. I'm going to take out like the SNL and the Modern Family that he's, been in. I have seen The Bourne Legacy.
Okay. Are you a movie guy? You just don't watch movies?
In college, we didn't really have any fun, so we'd watch movies, but I've seen the two and The Glass Onion. I did
You were
recognize
more
them
of
though.
a sports player than a movie watcher.
Yeah, and I really do struggle with like I could right now if you challenge me, I want you to fall asleep within 5 minutes. I could find a way to fall asleep in this chair. Just, I especially right now at the end of the day, I'm so exhausted because I wake up early, try to wake up early to
Have
engage with
young
stuff,
kids,
then my
totally different.
kids,
Yeah.
then a job, then kids, then bedtime, then chores, then try to connect with my wife. And then on top of that, let's watch something you have to focus on. Like
Oh
I'm
yeah.
done. Like HGTV exists perpetually in the background. Different story because I don't have to like I could miss a couple
You're not
things.
really, yeah. You
But
don't care.
I want to watch a movie with the mindset of I'm all in, and it's just been a while since I've feel like I've done that. I
I'm
like
gonna make
movies.
a list. I'm gonna make a list of the movies that I think are ones I have really enjoyed, and I'm gonna send them over. Have you seen Whiplash?
Okay, I watched it for the first time 6 months ago. Weird movie. Like,
Yeah, I like weird movies though. What about Parasite? Have you seen Parasite?
mm-mm,
How about Everything Everywhere All at Once?
mm-mm.
Hmm. We've got some conversation. Are we still recording this podcast?
Yeah. If you are in chaos and need liberated or want liberated, Business on Purpose exists to liberate you from chaos. You can spend time on what matters most. We do this through leveraging our operating system, which focuses on the four pain points of every business: purpose, people, process, and profit. If you want a coach that is intimately intertwined with your business and helping you implement how to actually set up your business so you can go do what you want, it would at least be worth a conversation on your end. You can reach out at businessonpurpose.com/contact. I think you can reach out to Brandon or Shawn, SHAWN, at businessonpurpose.com. We would love to connect with you. We've had a number of people from this Dickie and Donny podcast reach out that we've been able to connect with. We've gotten to have a bunch of people on and we have a good time with this. But that's what we do at BOP. We do fun stuff like podcasts. We have talks about movies, whatnot. I have watched this program transform people's lives and give them their life back. If that is something you at least want to engage with, please reach out. We are normal people with
Who have very strong opinions about movies, and I'd love to hear your movie recommendations, dear listener. So send them our
We need to
way.
create we need a title for it, and it's like every time I come, I should try to have one or more of these movies watched. Now that's a movie a week, which is tough. I know you
You know,
probably do 3 or 4, but I need to have I'm gonna have this movie watched by this date so we can talk through it.
I have a
So
bike trainer, this like literally a bike on a little motor,
sure.
and I just I turn Netflix on and pedal. So it's easy for me to watch a ton of movies
How
because
do you
I'm working
have
out.
that much time to do that?
Oh God, I don't have kids that are so young. My kids are like driving and
Dude, I could
uh
not find 20. I could not find time to shower while my kid until after my kids went to bed on
that's just
Saturday.
your season right now though. That's normal. I mean, when
It's
I
just
10 years ago
crazy
when I
for
was
me
there
to
where
think
you are,
through.
12 years ago, it's just different season. You buckle down right now, you hold on, you make dinner, you're not too worried about other stuff.
I'm thankful we got a meal train when we had our baby, and we got a series of DoorDash gift cards. Um,
Bomb,
someone's
bomb.
bringing
All
dinner
right.
tonight. Freaking awesome. All
Peace.
right. See you.